Good afternoon, Pokesports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with two Pokemon on the field. My friends, today we're playing with this team that was given to me by DK Trading Co. _Draco on Discord. Big thanks for sharing this team with me and sharing this team with the community. If you two would like to go and share this team, then you can go and do that on our Discord, on the rental codes chat, just like DK did. Now, this team is really interesting because it uses a Pokemon that I have not seen in the entire meta so far, and that would be Clawitzer. I feel like I've played against it one time. Out of all of the videos that I've streamed and played and just played on my own time, I have not seen a Clawitzer in play until today, and I'm going to use it. Maybe even once, I don't know. But the special thing about Clawitzer, for those of you who are unaware or have just started with Scarlet and Violet and don't know too much about Clawitzer, it has this little thing called Mega Launcher, which was only ever seen in Clawitzer and in Mega Blastoise. And we haven't seen Mega Blastoise in a long time. Mega Launcher increases the damage of all pulse moves by 50%. So Water Pulse, Dragon Pulse, I believe Aura Sphere still lives in that. It used to be Aura and Pulse moves, and now it's just classified as Pulse moves. I'm going to have to check on that, and we'll check on that before we start the game. But this having choice specs increases that damage even more, right? So you've got 50% increased damage on Water Pulse. You've got choice specs increasing that damage even more. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how much damage this Clawitzer does. I'm really excited for that. Of course, we've also got the Flutter Mane that we're very familiar with, but this one has Hex, and Hex plus Gyarados' Thunder Wave is a pretty good combination for doing a big old piece of damage, right? Hex does double damage if your opponent is afflicted by a status move. Gyarados provides that. So does Chi-Yu, so does Amoonguss, so does Glimmora. So it's got a weird like pack of synergy that I just love. The Glimmora, actually, very interesting to talk about here, does not have the spiky shield that I'm so used to seeing. Instead, it has just an assault vest to keep itself alive and 4 attacking moves, one of them being Mortal Spin, which recently has kind of become my mortal enemy. And then, of course, Amoonguss, Chi-Yu, they do some awesome things. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the battle arena. We're going to see if we can't pull out some wins with this amazing synergistic team. Okay, so follow me now. Let's head into the dance floor. Let's get at it. All right, and our first game is up against Tony. Okay, Tony. Let's see what we're going to be doing here. I'm liking the paralysis ability. And you know what? One thing that I thought about looking at during all of the team selects with this team is finding out if the team can be poisoned, slept, or stunned, paralyzed. And what I'm noticing, or burned actually, and what I'm noticing is burn is not going to be on 100%, sleep is not going to be on 100%, but paralyze looks like it can be on 100%. So I'm thinking of putting in the Gyarados here. I could bring in the Flutter Mane, but I feel like that's not a great first choice. So let's bring in Clawitzer. The good idea actually might just be to bring in Mortal Spin over here. No. Flutter Mane and Chi-Yu. Yeah, let's get some big damage off on that. Yeah, so I went and looked it up. Mega Launcher used to empower moves like Aura Sphere. It does not anymore, unfortunately. They have nerfed it into the ground. They took Aura Sphere away from it. And now it's just the 2 pulse moves that I've got on that. So Water Pulse and Dragon Pulse are the 2 moves that are boosted by 50% from Mega Launcher, which is pretty insane. Regardless, we have now sufficiently nerfed this Palafin, which I'm very excited about. I think I'm just going to Thunder Wave whatever that slot is, because again, we saw that earlier and we saw that any Pokemon could be paralyzed there. So we're going to paralyze that. And then, of course, we've got to just Dragon Pulse the Dragapult, right? I'm thinking about the rest of that team, though. Not anybody can take a Dragon Pulse, but why would they ever swap in a Flutter Mane to take this Dragon Pulse from Dragapult on Dragapult. They wouldn't, right? When would they ever do that? That's such a bold play if that's the case. No, instead they're going to swap into the Amoonguss, which is great. I'm fine paralyzing an Amoonguss. Dragapult's going to U-turn, and I swear, if you switch into Fluttermane, I'm going to scream. I hope that this is just a switch into Palafin. That would be so fun. Yes, okay, we're about to do some big ol' damage to a Palafin here. I like that. I like that. We're about to see how much damage that does. I like the Thunder Wave. The Thunder Wave is good. And here comes that big old Dragon Pulse. You know what? It's okay. It does okay damage. I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna taunt this. I can swap into nothing. There's nothing I can swap out into. But I'm not too worried if Clawitzer goes down here. So I can just hit the Palafin with another Dragon Pulse. I don't hate that. We've already paralyzed the Amoonguss. That's good. So this Protect was something that I was thinking they were going to do, that I was thinking that I would have wanted to do if I didn't have only attacking moves. But now it can't go and use Spore. So that's just great. That's great. Amoonguss can't use Spore after the taunt, baby. So let's see. If I go for a Thunder Wave, okay? If I go for a Thunder Wave on the Amoonguss and the Amoonguss swaps out into Dragapult, then I'm going to paralyze the Dragapult. It's probably not going to go for a Giga... Well, it would if it... Nah, I don't. I'm going to assume that it doesn't have Giga Drain. I'm going to assume that it's also not going to go for a Pollen Puff. And I'm just going to go for that Dragon Pulse on the Palafin. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's going to be a good game. Okay, cool. Oh, that felt wonderful. Let's go into game 2 and let's replicate this, huh? This was a lot of fun. Let's go. All right, my next battle is up against Super Recon. Interesting. Interesting. They're bringing a... That's an Iron Thorns. Okay. You know what? That's definitely Clawitzer. That's the most Clawitzer I've ever seen in my life. But the problem is in that little guy sitting over there, right? The slug. The Gastrodon. I feel like I kind of want to bring that in the back just in case. But I also really want to just bring it, so I'm gonna. I'm not going to bring Glimmora second, though. I do want to bring Glimmora in. I don't want to bring it in second. I feel like Chi-Yu and Clawitzer is just such a threat that they're going to have to do something. Right? And if it's the Iron Thorns lead, I can flip that into Glimmora and lay down Toxic Spikes real easy. Like, real easy. And then Gyarados doesn't really seem like the right play. I feel like Fluttermane just does the damage that I need. And plus, I already have Chi-Yu out. And Chi-Yu and Fluttermane is the most broken combo in the game. So that's what we're going to go with. Hopefully, by the time I get Glimmora out, I can start laying down some Toxic Spikes, starting Mortal Spins and all that kind of stuff, just so Hex can do more damage. Right? So as I thought, they're going to lead with Gastrodon here. Actually, wow, this is the what a combination to suck up my combination. But what I can do against this, though, I can Dragon Pulse. That's why we have the other Pulse. If I go for... Hold on, we need to do some math. There we go. If I increase that by 50%, that's basically like... Yeah, so I could Dragon Pulse or Shadow Ball, actually. So what if I just Shadow Ball the Cerule Edge? But I didn't Tera. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We're going to Dark Pulse the Gastro, I guess. Oh, I go first. Bulk up is... They're going to regret bulking up. I didn't Terrastalize. I didn't need to Terrastalize, I don't think. I think the Shadow Ball is going to do more than enough. Yeah. I do think that I need to Terrastalize next turn, though. Muddy Water's going to hurt. My accuracy. Okay. So it heals up a little bit with leftovers. I just really need this next Shadow Ball to hit, though. Oh, here comes Iron Thorns. Never mind. I'm going to swap out. Clawitzer's going. Bye. This is why you become a Glamora. Dark Pulse is going to be on the Gastrodon. I really want to take it out this turn. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I did most of the damage that I needed last time, but that leftovers brought it out of KO range. So Clawitzer's going to go back. Glamora's going to come in. I really hope that I can KO this Gastrodon right here. Because if not, that's going to be some pretty decent damage to that Glamora. Okay, that's fine. So I missed my Dark Pulse. So that takes out the Chi-Yu. Kind of would have liked it to just hit the Glamora. If you're going to miss anything, I would have loved if you could just miss the Chi-Yu, but hey, you know what? Such is. I can bring out the Fluttermane now and Mortal Spin. So we're going to go for the Mortal Spin. We're going to poison them. We're going to protect with the Fluttermane because I don't want to be taking damage from no Rock Slides this turn. I can Hex down the Iron Thorns next turn, probably. Oh, okay. They're really taking it slow. I mean, I respect it, to be honest. It keeps them alive. That was a crit! That was a crit. I did 2 damage instead of 1. Muddy Water is going to hurt the Glamora a little bit. A lot of it. Okay, Gastro, what you got? Poison does a lot of damage, actually. Well, we're going to go for an Earth Power on that Iron Thorns and just take it right out. Thank you. I'm going to go for a Hex. Yeah, just Hex the Gastrodon. That'll do it. Ah! You jerk. Now Iron Thorns gets to do some pretty big damage unless I go first. I do. Oh. Yeah. See, that's the thing about Iron Thorns, right? Like, it's just kind of built to go down. I don't know. I just find that Iron Thorns just goes down a lot, you know? It falls. That's what it does. The poison's doing more damage than the leftovers, which is great. I think poison does 1/8 and lefties heals 1/16, something like that. Okay. I think at this juncture, I'm going to go ahead and Tera Grass. Just so fighting moves don't OHKO. But I don't really... No. No. I'm going to Sludge Bomb the Iron Valiant. I'm going to Tera Fairy and Dazzling Gleam. The 2 of them. Yeah. At this point, I just want to do as much damage as possible. I've got a Clawitzer in the back just getting its little chompies ready to spit out some water. And I just need that Gastrodon down for that. I mean, I guess I can spit out a Shadow Ball, but, you know. This won't do very much. Yeah. Dazzling Gleam is going to hurt, though. Okay. Times that I wish that I went for Immortal Spin, but it's fine. Regardless, you get a Sludge Bomb, Iron Valiant goes down, and I don't think the Gastrodon can crit its way into taking both my Pokemon down, so. Oh, but it's gonna do a dang good job at trying. That's a nice Earth Power. If it had done that earlier, I would have been scared, but I think it's too little too late at this point. Gastrodon's gonna take its bigger poison damage. Thank you. And that's gonna be the game. I love that for me. Nice job, Fluttermane. Yeah, you know what? I was pleasantly surprised at that one Shadow Ball that did a lot of damage at the beginning with that Clawitzer. I think I'm gonna try that again. All right. I like the idea of swapping in to what's his face, Glimmora, and I'm gonna hope that that works next time. Okay. So let's go into our next game. Let's keep the happy going. Let's go. All right, and our next opponent is 4. Now, the one thing that I'm super scared of here, okay, this is just the team. All right, this is the team right here. People have been calling it, what is that, Fatap, with the Fluttermane. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time if I try and name all of them at once. Fluttermane, Amoonguss, Palafin, Arcanine, and T. What's T? Oh, that T's not here. This is the Dragapult. Dragapult and the Chien-Pao. Okay, interesting. So it's got 4 of the team. F-A. Yeah, funny. All right, what should I bring here, though? I think the Glimmora in the back is good. Swapping into that to take an attack and set down the spikes is something I'm really going to try to make it do. But to do that, I think I'm going to need Gyarados to lower some attack. Yeah. I would love to get Ice Spinner going on the Glimmora spot, so I'm going to bring in the Amoonguss. Am I bringing in enough power for this? Is this enough power to take on that team? Is leaving out Chi-Yu and Fluttermane really the play? I don't know if it is, but I'm going to try. I just feel like it's not enough utility to beat this team. I feel like you need to be crafty with taking out this team. Hit it with the statuses. Don't quite hit it with the hexes, but hit it with the statuses to try and slow them down and do the fun stuff. Okay, so we've got Amoonguss and Gyarados here. Intimidate's hyper relevant here. The Palafin's probably going to swap out, but if it swaps out into the Amoonguss, then at least I paralyze the Amoonguss, so we're going to do that. Dragapult, I don't think is ever going to swap into the Amoonguss, because that's all that I want. I really do not want the Dragapult to swap into the Amoonguss. I don't want to hit a Spore on an Amoonguss slot. Like, no thanks. So I'm going to Spore the Dragapult. We're just spending this turn with status. Okay. Okay, so phase 1's complete. Dragapult's going to U-turn. Ah, right. This was the same thing that happened. I think, was this the first game? Is this the same person? Are we facing them twice? Okay. Because this time I'm gonna Spore the Palafin, which is great. I'm gonna paralyze the Amoonguss and Spore the Palafin. Okay, so that's great. We've done some status to that. Let's hit it with a Spore. There we go. Good night. I just need to get Amoonguss out of here, I think. I mean, my Gyarados isn't going to get hit with Spore anyway, so I guess I shouldn't. Oh, yeah, right. We just taunt it. We taunt it and we're good. If I bring out the Clawitzer, then we can do some big damage there. Yeah, we'll bring out the Clawitzer. Palfin's fast asleep. Okay, good. So now it can't Rage Powder, it can't Spore. The last time this happened, they quit. So let's see if we can't do that again. I think Thunder Waving the Palafin is probably the right move. Just in case it wakes up, you know? And then Dragon Pulse is the most damage that I'm going to be able to do without terastallizing. Actually, yeah, even with terastallizing. Because this is 85, my other one is 80. Yeah, okay, so Palafin's still fast asleep. We rolled the dice. We went kind of midway through. Unfortunate, but we're okay. Here comes a Dragon Pulse on that Palafin. Waterfall I don't think would have done it. Well, if it's fully paralyzed, then maybe I should just start going for paraflinches. Let's attack into the Palafin, I think. No, I go first. Do I? Speed 115, yeah. So if I go into the Amoonguss, I try to paraflinch it. I live one hit with the Palafin, and if Palafin wakes up and protects, then at least I've hit something else. Okay, it's gonna Wave Crash. That does a lot of damage, but I think that's gonna KO the Palafin. That's yeah, cool. So it doesn't KO the Palafin, but that's okay. Because maybe we'll flinch the Amoonguss. I don't know. Down goes Pally. And can't move because it's paralyzed. Okay. But it shook off the taunt. Uh-oh. So I should probably do something about that. Fluttermane. I don't know if I can do something about that right now. Uh-oh. Kind of wish that this Clawitzer had not Specs right now and had Protect, but that's fine. We're going to Thunderwave the Fluttermane. We're going to swap back out into Amoonguss. Just so I don't get, just so I don't get the thing. So Clawitzer comes back. Amoonguss comes out. Now I'm not going to get Spored. I'm not going to get Rage Powdered. None of that. Now, as long as this isn't a Tera Electric Fluttermane going for a Thunderbolt, it could probably go for a Thunderbolt, if I'm being completely honest. I'm assuming that it's not that kind of Fluttermane. All right? Really hoping that it's not. Dazzling Gleam is fine. I think I survive at least one of those. Yeah, we're good. So we've at least paralyzed the Fluttermane. And Pollen Puff, yeah, that is probably the best move that Amoonguss could have done there. Now Fluttermane's in a great position for me to go and hit it with a Waterfall. I could actually hit it with a Tera Waterfall here, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Just do the big damage. And then just in case it doesn't go down to that, we'll hit it with a Pollen Puff. Yeah. They're going to withdraw a Amoonguss, which is fine. And bring back out the Pult. Hopefully here I'll be able to take out that Fluttermane. If I'm able to take out the Fluttermane, then it's just a Dragapult and an Amoonguss left. And my Glimmora is in a pretty decent position to do some big damage to that. Yeah, so Fluttermane doesn't go down to that, but it is going to flinch. Ah! No, that doesn't go down to that. That's a shame. Oh, I was so excited. That's fine. You know what? We're gonna protect here. I'm gonna protect and go for a Spiller on the Dragapult. We're gonna try and put that bad boy to sleep. I would like to keep the Dragapult alive for as long as possible. Fluttermane's also gonna protect, which is good. Oh, okay, it goes away. Yeah. Who's it going to hit? That's going to hit the Dragapult, right? So, not the Dragapult, that's gonna, it is the Dragapult. That's going to hit the Gyarados, right? I feel like I should swap into Glimmora then to take that damage. And it's going to set down Toxic Spikes, but it doesn't matter because the Amoonguss is going to come right back out and suck up the Toxic Spikes. I'm still going to go for Spore on Dragapult. I mean, it could be a Phantom Force on the Amoonguss. I'm just assuming that they don't really see the Amoonguss as a threat. Yeah, they don't. Here comes that big Shadow Ball. We're good. We're good. We've at least put that to sleep. Good night, Dragapult. And I think I'd like to keep the Amoonguss alive? Question mark. So I think swapping it out right now is the right choice. If I go for a Mortal... if I go for a Sludge Bomb, that'll take that out. And then if I swap that out into Dragapult... Why do I keep calling that thing Dragapult? It's Gyarados. I like having Clawitzer in the back, though. Yeah, I'm going to bring out Gyarados. If Gyarados goes down to a Shadow Ball, that's fine. I'm pretty sure that the Fluttermane goes before my Glimmora here. But it could not. We'll see. Fluttermane's attack fell. Dragapult's fast asleep. Oh, great. Glimmora went first. I love that for me. To be honest, not 100% sure on how I'm going to KO this Dragapult. So I guess we're just going to go for big attack moves, right? No, it's got to be Power Gem. Power Gem on Dragapult. This is going to be some redirection, isn't it? We go for Earth Power. No, Power Gem is just effective on both, so I should just do that. Well, then I taunt the Amoonguss. Taunting the Amoonguss this turn doesn't negate the Rage Powder that it's going to do. That's okay. Okay, so Dragapult takes some damage because I'm super lucky. Super lucky. Second turn sleep. Rage Powder doesn't go off. It gets taunted, so it's never doing it again. Never. Never, ever. Power Gem does decent. I have a feeling it's going to disappear. I mean, it can only, you know? So we're going to go for the Waterfall on the Amoonguss. Because now we're going to try and flinch it. Yeah, Dragapult's going to wake up and go for Phantom Force. Yeah, bye-bye. Not the most instant vanish that I've ever seen, but it definitely is a vanish. All right, so we've just done some flinch setup. Power Gem hits it with a crit. No, it doesn't. Oh, but it does get to finally eat its berry. Well, there it goes. I don't think that Amoonguss has had a turn. I truly don't think that Amoonguss has had a turn. I'm going to hit it with a Mortal Spin, and I'm going to go for Thunder Wave on the Dragapult slot. Someone's about to go down, but whoever doesn't go down is going to status the heck out of them. Yeah, Gyarados is going to get hit with that. That's fine. Bye, Gyarados. It's not fine. I don't really like that that's happening, but it's happening. Here comes the mortal spin. Yeah, that is going to be pretty good, huh? I still have Clawitzer. Oh, if only I put it to sleep, huh? No, we're okay. Here I was being like, oh, I wish that I had Clawitzer, or I wish that I had an answer to Dragapult. That was Clawitzer. Eh. Well, we're going to try and take out this Amoonguss now. Yeah, we're going to Pollen Puff the Glimmora. We're going to take a page out of their book and heal up my Pokemon. Power Gem on the Amoonguss. If they targeted the Glimmora there, we're going to be just fine. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think this is going to work. If this is like choice banded, then that's not great. I don't like that just shook off the taunt. But we'll go for that attack there. We're going to go for a... I'm not going to go for a Spore. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Power Gem on the Amoonguss. Switch into Clawitzer. That's it. Protect doesn't work here, folks. If anybody's screaming like, oh, protect against the Phantom Force, don't. Never do that. So Clawitzer, in the end, will save me. Amazing. Amazing. Gonna go for Sludge Bomb. Doesn't matter. I don't think. Sludge Bomb and Dragon Pulse. Yeah. Pretty sure this is banded. This is banded pulp. It's gonna go for Phantom Force. Yeah. The fact that it vanished. Wait a second. No, this is good for me. Because the Dragapult keeps taking 2 turns to do things, like, it's a pretty good situation for me. I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb on the Amoonguss. I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse on the Amoonguss. How do I lose here? I think, no, I go for a thing on the Dragapult. Yeah, no, this is good. This is good. I take out the Dragapult here. Yeah. It really needed to go for a Rage Powder and hit that. But even if it did, then it wouldn't be able to Pollen Puff anymore. But this Amoonguss never gets to play anyway. Why did I ever think otherwise? Why did I think that the Amoonguss would get to play this game? Amoonguss the Feisty. Well, now I Pollen Puff the Clawitzer, and I Dragon Pulse the Amoonguss. Well, I appreciate my opponent letting the attack go off this time, though. So that's great. Thank you very much, opponent. I appreciate you. Defeated 4. I don't think this was the same person. But still, this was a lot of fun. This team rocks. Okay, please, go and try out this team. You might do a little better than I did. I feel like I made some strange mistakes in that when, choosing which Pokemon to attack, which Pokemon not to attack. The basics of VGC. But, when you involve utility, when you involve status as much as this team does, I feel like you kind of have to play differently when it's not just attack on this side, attack on that side. You really leave a lot of things up to chance when you go for paralyze. You leave a lot of things up to chance when you go for toxics and burns and sleeps. But you know what? Sometimes they really, really, really pay off. And I want to thank again DK Trading Co. for supplying this team. It was really, really fun to play. Anyway, I've been Mike. I play with 2 Pokemon on the field. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.